Segment, respected or rejected. This is going to be what you got, Jizzle? What you got? Some yen? What's the
Peso. It's some
pesos? Uh, from Mexico.
and some pasties.
All right, all right. Respected or rejected. All right, Jizzle, these are gonna be good. We're gonna switch it up. We're gonna get the people a break. We're gonna go back to the scenarios. We done ran through a lot of people already. They like, damn, they don't like nobody over there. We do like people. We just like real people over here. All right, respected or rejected. Date night with phones off. I respect that. I think that's dope, man. A date night with a phone off, like old school, like how men it used to be. Like, yeah, yeah. I respect. I
I
respect.
respect it as well. I enjoy when you how good the vibe gotta be for you to be at a date night and you don't even think about touching your phone. Like the
Man, that's
vibe gotta
a
be
vibe.
some type of vibe where you
That's
be
a vibe, yo.
like,
Like, just put
bump that
that
phone.
boy down. Put that boy down for good. Oh my god. All right. Respect or reject it. Taking a social media break while dating. I respect that too. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, if it's gonna be a hindrance, let me tell you why. If it's gonna be a hindrance for you, stay off of social media. If you think that's gonna be a hindrance or deterrence for you or a distraction and you're trying to lock in, hey, you know yourself. I respect it. Why would I reject that? Go ahead, Jizzle.
I'm all here for taking social media breaks. I don't know about if you need to take one for a relationship, but I'm all here. I think that too much. So, like, I've been thinking about taking one recently, and
Really?
it's always easy. I always think about taking a social media break when my social media start popping again. Last couple things I posted on TikTok. I got 2,000 views on one thing on TikTok I posted the other day, like 2 days ago. I was like,
I
how
got
the heck? You know, and it's like as soon as my social media started popping back up again, that's when I feel like I need a break. So like with everything that happened with the election, just seeing all this constantly, that is just bad for my mental, right? So I need to take a break. But by the same token, I just started posting these things and it's getting so many views and people interacting with it. It's irritating. So I don't know. Like I don't know if for me it wouldn't be taking a social media break for a relationship. That's weird to me because why can't you be on social media if you in a relationship? I don't understand that. So I'm gonna reject that. I don't know. I feel like that's weird. If you feel like you can't, what's gonna happen when we in the relationship and you still got social media? You going is that gonna make you slip? Like I think
no,
that's
no, just while dating, not in a relationship, just while dating that person. I guess you're trying to lock in and get to know him or something.
nah. I still think that's weird. Why can't you lock in? Like you don't have the discipline to be like I'm not gonna. To me, that's weird. Like it shows lack of discipline, in my opinion.
All right. Tony, Ken says, I respect him on the break now. Jizzle, how are you going to take a social media break and you're Jizzle on purple panties? How are you going to do that? I don't
I don't know
understand.
what you want from me.
Like, how are you going to take a social media break? You're Jizzle. Like, what are you going to do? You're just going to just disappear after?
You know when I did the show, I was on a social media break. When I did asking for a friend, I was on a social media break. I didn't get back on until like that January. So we
Okay.
filmed in October. I didn't get back on social media until about January.
So you're just going to show up on Fridays, do the show, and just cut everything off. Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
know. We'll see. I don't. My mental ain't been right, yo. And I've been crashing out lately, and I don't want to. When I crash out hard. So I don't want to crash out.
All right, y'all. Respect or reject it. Posting about your relationship every day. Reject it because I don't care. I don't want to see your relationship. I don't give a flying. I don't care.
I reject it. Them people like that, they want to be couple goals so bad, but they be having all the internal issues.
Yeah, I reject it. Ken says social media gets on my nerves after a few months. It does. It does. It does. It does. Yeah. All right. Respect or reject it. Waiting 90 days for sex. What the fuck does that prove? Like, I don't understand that 90 days. Like, what is that gonna prove? If a nigga ain't shit, he ain't shit. He 90 days, he can lay dormant and do what he want to do. I don't understand that. If, hey, teach his own. I respect if it works for you, but to me, it's asinine. But teach his own. Go ahead, just
I respect it, and this is why I respect it. And I don't want to say 90 days. I just want to say waiting in general. We put numbers on it. I say waiting in general. The reason why I say waiting in general, we are this generation and we think with our genitalia and we don't think with our head all the time. And sometimes you're attracted to somebody and you have a desire to sleep with that person, but sleeping with that person is not a wise decision to make. And sometimes you can't see in the beginning that that's not a wise decision to make, and you choose to make the decision and then you realize afterwards and you have regret. And so for me, I think that patience, that waiting to see what kind of caliber of person this is, you know, Are they healthy? Have y'all checked their health status? I think that's very important, that waiting time period. And even
Right.
if there's any sexual chemistry, because sometimes you lay down and have sex with somebody and the sexual chemistry not even there in a way where it's a good experience for both of y'all. So I think that waiting period is beneficial to wait. In my opinion, whether it be 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year. I don't know about it, if anybody gonna wait a year at this time period, but I feel like waiting is the and then building up and then having those conversations about what you all expect in that sexual experience. I think is important too, because a lot of people come with unrealistic expectations. If you come and you think you're gonna stick a finger at my booty hole, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Ah.
I'm serious. Just I'm not.
Oh shit.
I'm not willing to do that at that point. If you think you're gonna be, I'm not one of those people that let you spit in my mouth. That's nasty to me. That's nasty. You can spit
Hey.
somewhere else, but you can, anyway. Um, so, I'm saying all that to say, like, these conversations are conversations to be had, and I think that rushing into those sexual relationships so quickly, you haven't had the chance to feel this person out, and even feel like you're gonna be safe with that. As a woman, feel safe with that person in that
Right.
energy. Because sometimes you have men who are really into like degrading women during sexual interactions, slapping them and caring. Like, I don't slap me anywhere besides my buttocks. Okay, don't do none of that. If you try to slap me in my face when we're intimate, I'm gonna have a problem. But some girls like that, but I'm gonna have
Oh,
a
I know a
problem.
lot of girls like that. Just yeah, a lot
I'm
of
gonna have
girls
a
like
problem with it.
that. Yeah.
Am I okay with choking? I think we all on this channel know that Tam is okay with choking,
Yeah, we learned that.
but slapping my face is disrespectful. Don't do it.
Don't slap Jizzle's face, but you
Slap.
can't choke her. She likes a little
Where,
choke.
where are we finishing? Are we a Twinkie or are we a oatmeal cream pie?
Jizzle, you might like oatmeal cream pie some days.
No, never did that. Don't see me doing this anytime soon. Don't see me even being in an intimate situation. But I'm saying all this to say these conversations are not had sometimes within a month. They're not. And to think that you're laying down with people and you don't have these conversations, and then you sit there and you've had an experience that one wasn't fully consensual. And I'm not saying rape or anything, but I'm saying it's not consensual because y'all didn't have the conversations of the do's and don'ts and the ins and outs of what was okay and what was not okay.
Right.
And so somebody might end up being violated, and it might not be the woman. It might be the man. The woman might be into some stuff that he ain't ever, you know. Some people when they first got that gooch ache, they didn't know. Then she just kind of went down there and went to work. He was like, "Oh, hold up now, girl, hold on," I'm not saying this to be crass. I'm just saying that these are conversations that to be had, and I think that we're not having the real conversations. We're not having the important conversations before we're laying down with these people. And that's my take on it. So I definitely am I'm
Bro.
pro waiting, because every time you don't you're playing a game of Russian roulette with yourself.
Well, yeah, I can't disagree with that because I think had I did that, I probably wouldn't have had that acrimonious relationship I had with the mother of my children and that whole experience. So yeah, waiting definitely has its benefits. But young Mac wasn't gonna wait. He had to get to the getting, and yeah, when you get to the getting, as any young man, hormones bubbling over, you don't know what you're getting into, other than some ass, and what's after that ass could be 18 years of a headache. But anyway, that's another conversation for a different day. Good stuff, Jizzle. Let me get to the chat. Ken says respect. You don't have to, but if I feel it's worth it, I'll wait for sure. I dig that, man. Tony Ken says I go off to the vibes. Tony G says I respect it. Waiting on sex, period. What my girl KP says, she says she respected 90 days. All right. Ken says life is too short. Amen to that. All right, good stuff. All right, y'all, come on. All right, chat. Need y'all for this one. Well, actually, for the rest of these as well. That's kind of whack. I'm not gonna ask. I ain't gonna ask y'all that. I ain't gonna. That's a whack one. I ain't gonna.
Not that's whack.
Yeah, Jizzle.
It's
Hey,
whack.
it is whack. Having close friends of the opposite sex, respected or rejected, close friends of the opposite sex. Oh, I'm gonna be honest with y'all for Mac. Let me say for Mac, I can only have close friends if I'm not attracted to her. Like if she ain't my cup of tea, we can be close friends. And if she is attractive, more than likely, she's considered family to me. And if she's considered my family to me, then I don't see her, but she's just family. So But other than that, just to have a hot ass chick as my friend, no, I'm not. No, no, because I know me.
Men are weird. You're weirdos.
Just do you respect it or reject it?
I respect having friends. All of my closest home friends are homeboys, and people be feeling some type of way about me. I've had girls feel some type of way about me, about the men. All of my not all, a lot of my homeboys are married. They are very much married. And even before they were married, people that they dated felt intimidated by me, and I'm like, why? I don't like him. I don't want him. That's the bro. That is literally the bro. I had a girl like beefing with me over this dude. He wasn't even that. He wasn't cute at all. He wasn't. This is just the homie. Like I for people first and foremost, I have four brothers. I have four biological brothers. One has since passed away, but I have four biological brothers. In addition to that, I have an additional three step brothers. Okay, my brother has three boys, um, and I've been around men as far as like my immediate family.
You tell.
Well, it's a lot of more women, but when I'm talking about siblings, that's who I'm around. So that's the first thing, right?
Got it.
In that, I'll never forget. I was in the fifth grade. I was in the fifth grade, and I was in the fifth grade, and I met this dude named Jonathan, and Jonathan said,
What
"You're the
Jonathan
type
say?
of girl that when you get older, your best friends will be guys." This little boy prophesied over my life in the fifth grade. He said, I see it. You the type of girl, your best friends are going to be guys. He ain't never lied. Since I was in about the seventh grade, eighth grade, no, eighth grade, my closest friends have been guys.
I
You go
believe
back
it.
to eighth grade.
I believe
My,
it.
my eighth grade best friend was Don Fanon Cheney Thompson. Shout out to Don Fanon. Hope he doing
Shout out
well
to
in
Don
life.
Don. Hope
And
you're doing well.
Quintrellius. Those are my two best friends. We were cool with Lauren too. Shout out to Lauren. Me and Lauren still follow each other. We was cool with Lauren too, but it was me. It was Don Fanon Cheney Thompson, and it was Quintrellius. Those were my two homies, right? You go to ninth grade. I
All
had a
right.
group of girls. It was me, T, Desiree. Yeah, I had a group of girls, but my friends, the one I still
Got it.
talk to this day, Mark Hackworth. Shout out to my boy Mark Hackworth. Mark Hackworth and JaPaul. Okay, those are my two like when and the people that I keep in touch. You go to high school, right? That
Mhm.
was high school, but we don't go to my other high school. Okay, you go to Redan. Person I still talk to this day, very much married. My homeboy Carlton McFall. Carlton McFall to this day. My homeboy Chris Smith. We already talked about him on this show. To this day, people I'm cool with, like, don't understand, like even David Hall, like I'm naming names because when I tell you the girl, like I had homegirls that I hung out with. I had all these people I'm telling you, they lived in my neighborhood. Ben, like when I tell you the twins, when I tell you the people that I'm cool with, people I still talk to this day are the dudes. I don't know why. I don't know who I am as a person that this is my thing,
But you're
but these are
cool.
people. And like I said, most of these people I'm naming are very much married, very much they wife don't feel no type of way about me. I'm not gonna be disrespectful, but that's who I am. It's what I am. And you can even go to my friend, my homeboys from college, Q, Mark, Storm, Sam, all my people from college. These are the people I talk to.
All right. So we know Jizzle respects it. All
It's
right.
not
Just
that I've never been a girl who had a whole bunch of homegirls. I've just never been a girl like that. And so I hate that thought process of men and women can't be friends. Like yes, like it, and I'm not gonna lie to you. There has been complications with this because you do have some men in this situation who do like me, but the ones that I consider my dogs, my it's
it
not
was
like
strictly platonic. It was strictly platonic.
this.
Gotcha. Ken says, respect it. I have no issues. Plenty of beautiful women out there. All right, let's get to it. Respect it or reject it. Only showing perfect moments on social media. I respect it, man. First of all, there's no perfect. Listen. Let's miss me with the bullshit. Like, okay, listen, I get it. You want to show your highlights. I don't care what you post, but listen, life lifes us all. If you want to sit up here and make it seem like you don't have bad days, you ain't in effed up spirits, like Jizzle, you said, hey, my mental right now is in a bad space. If people want to act like they don't have bad days, listen, man, lie to your effing self. I don't give two flying f's. I really don't. But I reject all of that because it's like it's stupid. Like nobody, we know life lifes us all. But if you want to really act like you got a perfect life, man, I don't give two shits. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jizzle. Anything to add on that before we get to the next one?
I reject it. I say that to people all the time. Like, one thing about me, and two things for sure, I might get on social media and I might have a filter over my face, but I'm never ashamed of my face, right? I love myself. But also, I'm gonna get on there and you're gonna see them days where my hair not combed. You're gonna see them days where I look dusty, where I'm in my nightgown. So I give it to you. I
He
give it
said,
to you. And you know why though, Dak? You know
what
why
up?
I give it to people? Not that they deserve it, but I don't want to have. I know some of my students follow me, even though they be trying to come on burner accounts. I know some of my students follow me, but my thing is, for anybody that's following me, I need people to understand I'm very much not perfect. I'm very much not always pristine. I'm not always together, and I need you to see that because you see on social media and see the clips of a Purple Penny podcast. You might see me in the gym. You might see me
Mm-hmm.
on set. You might see a photo shoot I do or whatever, and you might feel, oh, she has it all together. I need you to understand that I have days, and so I like to give the real because I hate this ideology of, man, they just got it together. Like I want to be there. Like, no, be okay being yourself, and I'm okay being myself, and I want to show them that I'm okay being myself, and hopefully that in turn makes them okay being themselves as well. So I keep it raw.
No, and you do, and even when we film, like there's days when you like, yeah, I had a week, Mac. I had this or I had that. I mean, you know what I mean, and you still come through and bring your A game, even though you express, it's therapy. You get it off for 2 hours how you feel and go to sleep, feel a lot better. But still, you always be honest. Hey, this is how I felt. This is what was going on. Hey, I'm not in the good head space, but let's rock and roll. That's real. And that's why people love us and they love this show because it's honest. Like, hey, everybody in this chat going through something right now in their own way. So Maria says, respect that you will see the real parts of me. Nobody is perfect. Exactly. Exactly. All right, y'all. I love this, man. I love these, man. A few more, y'all. A few more. This one. Oh, dating someone with a different religion. Oh, man, listen. I don't know. Like, eh, you Muslim and they Muslim and you I don't know, man. I'm gonna
Don't
have to
worry.
reject that. I'm gonna reject that one. I don't think that's gonna work at all. Jizzle, like that ain't gonna work. Like denomination is one thing, but
Mm-hmm.
religion, we talking. You know what? We just gonna speed on past that. Speedway past that.
Yep.
Reject it. Yeah, let's just reject that. Move on. All right. Respect and reject that. Sharing streaming accounts with a partner.
I respect it,
I
baby.
respect the shit. Hey,
You got Disney Plus. I got Hulu. Let's.
hey, quid pro quo, just you know what I mean? Shit, hey man, shit, it is what it is. All right. I know, just you're not gonna feel this. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes you shot me. Sometimes you shot me. Respect or rejected. Proposing without a ring. I, I, I reject it because I'm old school. I mean, maybe it's my traditional ways. I just think if you're gonna propose to a woman, I'm not saying it's got to be $1 million ring, but I just think for tradition, hey, have a ring and propose to it. I'm traditional like that. Go ahead, Jizzle.
I'm going to respect it, and let me tell you why. I'm not respecting it. So it's a caveat to my respect.
All right, I want
If
to hear this caveat.
if I've been dating this man 10 years, right, and he decided to propose to me, he got no ring, I'm rejecting him, right?
Okay. All right.
So it's a time frame. So say for
All right.
example, you've been dating somebody, y'all been dating for like 5 months, y'all get into that 6 month mark, but like y'all just have this moment, and it's like, you ever have a moment with somebody and you like a moment where you think this is the one?
This the one. Hell yeah, they had that moment,
So
and I didn't. Yeah.
if my man is in a this is the one moment and he feels like, man, I don't know, I did something, I said something, or we just had this experience together, and he feels like I'm the one, and he proposes to me in that moment, and he doesn't have a ring, I'm okay with that. He can get a ring later. As a matter of fact, I'm not a big ring person at all anyway. So
Okay.
to me, a ring, I think to me, and I understand what it's symbolic of, and I understand like a paycheck is supposed to be symbolic. I understand what it, but to me, I think a lot of people put a lot of stuff ahead of stuff that don't make no sense,
Okay.
right? So for me, I don't need a $10,000 ring or 20 or a
Right.
50, or
I don't. Right.
I don't
Right.
need that. So to me, a ring is not that important in the first place. A ring is important to me if I've been dating somebody long enough for them to have thought about getting the ring and proposing to me. And then, so to me, that's important because it shows intentionality.
That's
But
what
if
I
I'm
was
with a
thinking
man
about.
for a short amount of time, and we have this moment together, and this is the moment in his head where he
Oh.
realized, I want to be with this woman for the rest of my life.
Okay.
And he don't hold it back. He don't hold on to it. He just,
Yeah.
baby, girl, I love you, and I just want to be with you for the rest of my life, and just be my wife. I'm not gonna fault him for that, for not
That's
having
impromptu, and that's an outlier
exactly.
type of
Yep.
situation, Jizzle, and that's why
Yep.
you said caveat. Yeah, I agree. If you
Yeah.
just catch a vibe and you like, fuck, I think I love you.
Right.
would you
Right.
would
Right.
you marry me?
Right. Right.
That man didn't even have time. His heart
He didn't,
spoke. I
yeah,
respect it. I'm with you on
exactly.
that, Jizzle.
Exactly. And so for
Salute.
me, that is a okay situation because that it wasn't. He wasn't
No,
thinking about
it
it. He
wasn't
just he,
contrived. It was not contrived. I agree.
exactly.
I agree.
Exactly. But
I agree.
coming
I
at
agree.
me and we've been dating for a year and a half and you talking about some will you marry me? Now I'm gonna slap you in your face because you playing. Right?
All right. Tony G says, I reject it as a man. I'm not going to propose without any ring, period. And Tony, we from the same school, same cloth. But I do like Jizzle's caveat. I do agree with that. If you catch a vibe, man, and before you know it, you ain't really had time, and then you like, shit, I think I love that. Would you marry me, baby? Damn, that was just some impromptu shit. All right, I dig it. Respect it. Ooh, let's see what Jizzle gonna say about this one. No, you know what? Let me say that one for a little bit later. Respect or reject it. Living with in-laws while saving up for a house. I respect it. I think that you know what? If you can live with your in-laws and again, let me do a caveat. If these are in-laws you can live with and they not gonna meddle in your business and they understand it, I'm all for group economics because I believe other races get
Mhm.
that concept and we tend to want to push everybody out the house prematurely. I'm okay with that if your in-laws understand their boundaries. And I'm going to for this Jizzle, for the context of this, I'm going to assume these in-laws understand their boundaries. I'm going to respect. What you got?
That's my current situation. I live with my family, and it's to save money so I can buy a house. So
You yeah, so respect it.
I
Dig it.
respect it. I just it's certain situations that become toxic, and then that's when it's a problem. But as long as you are, y'all cool, and if there's understanding and there's respect, I don't see any problem with it. I think that people don't understand the current economy either. The current
Fact.
economy is not a it's not a renter's market. It's not really even a buyer's market. It's like you're damned if you do, if you're damned if you
Damn
don't.
if you
So
don't.
even
You
when I'm
better.
dating a guy and he's like, "Well, I live with my parents," and I don't automatically disbar a person that is moving in that energy because I understand it. I get it. Like it's hard to live on your own. If you have a car note, you paying car
I want to
insurance,
say something about that. Yeah.
you gotta eat, you got all these other you got, student loan debt you're doing. It is hard to try to live, especially in a city like Atlanta where rent is like, $1,800 for an apartment that's maybe one bedroom. It's hard. And that's, you're paying gas and lights and everything. Like it with what we're making and what we're getting, it's hard to live comfortably on the amount of money that people are trying to pay you. And so I 100% get it. My problem becomes if you in my age group and you living at home, but you're not trying to get out. That's when I have the issue. Okay. There's nothing wrong with going there, stacking your money,
Stack
and
your
then
chips and get on. But
getting
just
on.
let
But
me,
okay with it, not gonna work for me.
one thing I do like about your age group and a little bit and going down about 25 up in the between 25 and 23. I love this one thing I like about ladies about y'all. Now, y'all understand the group economics concept. Hey, so you got a roommate. That's not a demerit. That's not a red flag. That's not a knock. Mine's in when we was coming up. Oh, you had to have your own house, your
Mhm.
own car, your own everything. And I think that put a lot of us in financial ruin because
Mhm.
whereas now, because I can tell you what, just my sons, him and his roommates, man, they don't have no problem having ladies come by, date them. Everybody got their space, and it's not frowned upon. And I like that about y'all generation. Y'all don't look at that as more of a that's damn you old bum ass nigga. You know, just I'm from a generation where Scrubs came out. Like, like, and none of them got cars, Jizzle. And they
Mhm.
and the girls don't trip.
Mhm.
So man,
It's just
kudos.
different. I think people understand the gravity of our economic situation. It's not
Your
what it was
generation
back.
does.
Back years and years ago, you can get a house for fifty
True,
thousand dollars,
true,
$100,000. You can't do that no more. You
true.
can't do it's not doable. And so you just have to kind of live in reality. In reality, I got to be realistic about my expectations about what this person is coming to the table with financially. If like I said, I have no problem with somebody who is in their current state and they're, getting their stuff together and they're at home trying to get their stuff
Right.
together. My issue becomes is if you okay, you content with doing that. That's
I
that's
agree. at just at length, and it's just
Mm,
like like damn, you just so there's no exit date, my nigga. You like you've been
yeah,
here 5 years now. Come on,
right,
dog.
right.
Got you, got you. Just okay. But I do like that about your generation. Y'all women, the women are a lot more. They're not as stringent on that. Like they're lenient on that, and maybe in some other areas they trip about. But that right there, group economics, y'all get it. Shit, hey, y'all understand. Shit, eggs is $8 out in this motherfucker. Y'all get that shit. All right.
Right.
Kent says, respect it for anyone who can handle it. I'm cool though. Need my own space. Well, yeah, Ken, at this big age, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
Tony G says I did the roommate thing. Kane basically says he can't do it again, I believe. Ken says growing up in the military made me too picky. Well, I was a military man, so I'm already digging it. All right,
I get
guys.
it.
Let,
I'm serious. Once I move from where I currently am, nobody can live with me. I'm sorry.
okay. Well,
Nobody. I love my family, but man, they got to get the
ain't
hell
nothing
on.
like having your own space, ain't it? Just ain't nothing like
It's
having
not
your
even
own.
about it. It's not even about because I think people don't understand. Like a lot of people in our generation, we've had our own space and we've come back. So
Mm,
I had my home place at 22, two
mm,
bedroom apartment out in Huntsville,
mm.
and I was paying that rent and everything. But baby, I was living on an air mattress. Okay, it
Yeah.
was a struggle life. Before then, after that, I got a roommate, and then I went to Korea, and I was by myself for 3 years over in Korea. So it's not that I don't understand that alone, but it's just something about you clean the whole house, and then you go back and top 5 minutes later, there's shit on the floor, and you just sitting there like, I will kill everybody in this bitch. like it's a different feeling. So once I get this my own spot,
It's a
we
wrap.
gonna drop it like it's hot. Okay.
All right. Tony says I was interested in military. I was interested in military at age 16. I've been on my own since. Yeah, I dipped at 18 and looked back. All right, guys. Last two, man. Great show, man. Really great show. All right, last two. I re- oh, God. Asking for respect. I know, right? Just like
Wait, because you can't even say it out loud. You talking about you rejected already?
this. I'm so goddamn. I can't stand this one. You already know I can't stand this one. Respect or reject it. Asking for relationship advice from social media. I reject that shit. Stop putting social media in your freaking business. If you got to go on social media to ask for relationship advice, then that's telling me something's wrong. Like what's wrong with your sphere of friends in real life? You got to go and talk to a bunch of strangers who don't give two flying F's about your relationship. I reject that shit. Now, you want to go on social media for jokes and venting. And Jizzle, you did educate me that the younger generation do go on there and talk and vent. I get all of that. But so advice about yeah, girl, what y'all think? Uh, do a poll. Should I take him back? Yeah, should I not? Like that to me is whack. I reject it. Go ahead, Jizzle. I reject
So I'm gonna respect it, but not in the context of how you said it. So for me, if I have a situation, so like I said, my dating history is very short as an adult. I only have a 6 year dating history. I've only dated two people in the 6 years, and for the most part of this time, I've only been in a relationship for a year. 6 months with one person, 6 months with the other person, right? So you're really talking about 5 years of singleness, right? With that being the case, sometimes I don't know how things work in certain relationships. So I have to poll it out there, not poll it. I don't put my specifics. I'm not gonna put no name on there. So I'd be like, if a man just met you and
it. That's generalities, Jizzle. That don't count.
right,
I'm talking about
that's what I'm saying. So it's a general thing. It's not no Keandre messing up
that's what I'm
and
talking about.
I no, I'm not putting your actual business. So I put general stuff out there because sometimes I don't know if I'm sometimes I don't know if I'm tripping, to be honest. And that is a poll. Like, am I tripping or is this normal? And I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I had a dude and he was talking about like the second message. He was talking something. I ain't gonna be chasing you girls. And I'm like, hold on, wait, because that's giving me bad vibes. Like that's giving me weirdness. And I put it out there and I asked some people and they was like, yeah, no, bro was weird. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm, once again, that work that you do, right? Of knowing yourself and doing that work. I don't know if I'm tripping in that moment. So what I'm gonna do, what my wisdom and my prudence has told me to do is let me check with somebody that I respect, or let me ask some people and see if some people I respect have opinions on this. And usually 9 times out of 10, people be like, "You did the right thing." 9 times out of 10, sometimes they tell me I'm tripping. And if they tell me I'm tripping, I go back, I apologize to the person. But 9 times out of 10, they tell me, "Nah, bro, was weird, or that was a weird situation. I'm glad you handled it that way." So for me, that's how I deal with it. I don't put specific names out there. I don't be like
I don't count
my
that, Jill.
baby daddy,
I don't
Bunky
count that.
them.
I don't count that. I'm not going to count that. I'm talking about these goofy ass people that tell you that put their business out there. Jill. I'm talking about their
So you talking
personalized.
about DDG and Holly again?
Yeah, I'm talking about the people you like. Well, you put us in there. Don't be mad at
Right,
me because I want to know. I'm talking about them people. Just I'm not
right.
talking about you're speaking in generalities and you're not giving up specifics. You're just giving up scenarios. Well, hell, what's wrong? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm talking
Okay.
about dumb people.
People that's putting all their business out and they want y'all to.
Everything. Well, just you know everything. Well, you know
Right.
everything. No, I reject those people. You what you talking about? That no, that ain't no
That's
big
happened to
deal.
me recently, and I was surprised. I thought the relationship, I thought the people still together, and I found out they weren't. I was like, oh, dang. He's like, I ain't got no car. She didn't took the babies from me. I was like, whoa, I just saw y'all together. All right, now, yeah,
Ooh,
I didn't know that he put
I
too
got
much.
actually I found two more because I want because it would bother me if I don't ask this for this show.
Okay,
Dating outside of your social economic class, respect it or reject it. Ooh, man. Ooh, that's a good one. That would kill me if I didn't answer that. I'm gonna kick that one off. As a man, dating outside your social economic, personally, I don't care how much money she make. I ain't never really tripped on that. That ain't because if it's predicated on money, that's not value. That's not leadership. That's not really because women got money, man. These days, you got to bring way more than money to the table for a woman. So, as a man, I'm bringing leadership. I'm bringing stability. I'm bringing strength and all the things that money can't buy. So, I'm going to say I respect it if you can pull it off. Jizzle, what you going? Dating outside your economic, your social economic status, your class. So if a dude, just you've dated homosexuals, so you dated low and that didn't work, and you've dated guys who made a lot of money, and there was some issues with that. What's your take on it? Respect it or reject it?
I reject it because if we're talking about out of my social economic level, right? We're talking
Mhm.
about low and high, so I could that's a gamut that we can run. And at this point in my life, I'm not dating nobody that don't make at least the same amount of money or comparable to me. I can't do it no more. And I'm not saying that to crap on people that don't make the money that I make, but I've seen it, and this is what I've seen. I don't have a problem if I like a person and he not making as much money as I'm making. I
I
don't have a
remember we
problem with
talked
that.
about that. You ain't, but
He
he
has a
had
problem.
the problem, right? The man had the
He has
problem.
a problem with it,
I remember you
and
said
that
that.
becomes an issue. I'm not gonna do. We're not gonna do this struggle for power because I'm not gonna play this silly game with you because I'm never gonna disrespect you. I'm never gonna call you a bum. I'm never gonna say you're
That's not
broke.
true.
I'm never gonna do that to you. But you're gonna feel that inherently because you're not comfortable where you are. So I'm not
That's
gonna put
on him.
myself in that position. Exactly. I'm not gonna put myself in that position. So for me, I have to reject it because I dating up would be nice, right? Dating my around my age, my same
Your
would be
pay
nice,
scale, yeah, right,
but
right.
I can't do lower. Them lower people, I just can't do it. I can't be with them people that gotta borrow $20, every couple. I can't do that because
I respect it.
I don't have to borrow $20 from nobody.
I respect it. Okay, all
Okay.
right. Chad, what about y'all? I respect that. KP says she respected. If my daughter and her future husband want to stay home, I've supported. Okay. Oh, okay. KP must have been a few back. I work in affordable houses, so I overstand. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. Shit ain't cheap out here. Eggs is $8, damn it. Respect it. I'm not dating a broke woman. I'm sorry. These days are over. Over. All right, Tony G. All right. I just want to, if she's a good woman, let me see, respect it. I don't even worry about any of that. If we don't work, it's not going to be because of money. It's going to be personality and compatibility. Hey, amen to that, Kent. Kent, I'm on you. Money for me, I've had women that made a lot of money, and I've had women that didn't make as much, that didn't hardly make any money. If you a good woman, that's all I don't look for a woman in her money. That's not a deciding factor for me. I don't. If you're a good woman and you're good to me, because if you got money and I can't stand your monkey ass, then it don't matter no damn way. But if you ain't got as much money and you work at the just when you work and you a good woman and you work at and you work at that McDonald's what's that McDonald's drive through and you a good woman is a good woman. If you can find one wherever she at, get a good woman. That's all I care about. So we'll leave that alone.
I can't stand your monkey ass.
Jizzle. You know that's my saying. They monkey ass. All right, last one, y'all. It's been an amazing show. I'm gonna let Jizzle get her some rest, y'all. She been thugging it out with me. All right, respected or rejected. The last one, rekindling a relationship with an ex. I reject it. I'm gonna tell you why. I've tried it and the shit never works. Cause you ever wondered, Jizzle, and you had an ex, you get back, and then shortly after, people like, no wonder why this motherfucker became my ex. It's always I find that reason like, no wonder why I stopped talking to you. It's like it's a reason why that became your ex. And so for me, I've never had success trying to resuscitate dead lungs. If ain't no air, if ain't no air in there, it's over with. Just let it die, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Matt gonna reject that. No more exes for me. I'm not spinning the block back. I'm not doing it. I'm not doubling it.
I reject it. I've never split the block on anybody. I've had people try to spin the block on me, and I had an ex that I love, and it was my high school sweetheart. He's since passed away, and I know that man loved me. I know his mama loved me. I know his grandma loved me. He met my dad before my dad passed away, so I know, and there was so much love there, and I loved him, but I was not in love with him, and that was never gonna work. We weren't on the same playing field ever. Um, and he tried to circle the block a couple times, and I knew he would call me every now and then, but I just it wasn't gonna work because we were not on the same playing field, and I knew it. So I'm not really one for circling the block. I'm not really one for. There's no ex that I've been with that I've ever dated that I'm like I should go back to, or even some people that I even talked to that I even considered dating. I'm thinking I should go back to, except for that one I told you about last week. But even him, I can't fool with him because he don't like
Yeah,
me
you
for
you said you can't deal with that. You said that wouldn't be good for your mental.
it wouldn't be me with my because he don't like me for real. So
And we
yeah,
don't.
I don't do all that circling the block, going back and forth. I think once again, like you said, if a person is an ex, if a relationship didn't work out, it didn't work out
We're
for a
out
reason.
for a
You
reason. Leave it
gotta
there.
respect the fact that it didn't work out and keep it pushing.
Let's stop trying to resuscitate dead lungs. Thank you. Let me get to the chat, guys. All right, ending it up. My boy Ken says I'll be right there ordering the McDonald's every day. You damn right. If she's a good woman, hey babe, hey, light ice on that Coke. You know how I like it. All right. Sorry, I love it. All in that drive through. Tony G says reject, never go back to that crappy ex. Absolutely. A bad ex is a bad Tony G, I can just imagine your bad ex stories. Never going back to an ex rejected, made poor decisions back then, made poor yeah, well, hey, it happens to us all. Um, but hey guys, amazing. Thank you guys. Hey, it was just me and Jizzle. We manned the fort today. Appreciate my man Hanky for coming through. We should be back. Dom will be back next week. He had to take care of some things. Hopefully we'll get Maya to get back in here eventually. I know she's been busy dealing with some, with being mommy duties and stuff like that. But hey, shout out to Jizzle for showing up and showing out as always. It's been a hell of a week for her. Her shirts are back. Jizzle, let me blow you up real quick. Let me blow you up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
I look
Y'all see?
crazy. I'm sorry. I like I have no neck.
Yeah. No,
I like a
Hobos.
no neck monster. Hold on, wait.
All right. Okay, y'all. She's got the no homosexual zone. Be advised, her shirts are back up as always. Every show, her link to buy her shirts and support Jizzle is in the bio of every show. And oh
I'm so glad I have on pants this time.
yeah, I'm glad. Hey, one show, y'all, she didn't have no pants for you freaks. She didn't have no pants. Yeah, she didn't
Okay.
have no. Yeah, she didn't have no pants. One show, she didn't have no pants. She's.
I be
We
needing to
never have a
breathe.
dull moment, huh?
I need be needing to breathe. You gotta air your stuff out sometimes. Need to breathe.
Jizzle will eat. She do wardrobe changes and everything while we do this damn show.
Listen, I be up since 4 o'clock in the morning on Fridays, so I be real tired by the time we get to this point in the day. I'm my hour. What is it?
It ain't
9:30. How many hours is that?
That's,
4 o'clock was
mm,
12. Four,
mm.
5, 6, some 8, 9, 10. That's 12 plus 6. That's 18 hours that I be up. I be tired. The fact that I'm functioning and I'm not delusional is amazing.
And it is. Hey man, hey, much love to the chat. I love you guys for showing up for us every week, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for the feedback. Thank you for all the support. And again, guys, hey, we'll be back next week. I think the whole president's thing will be subsided a little bit, so maybe just it won't be so triggered by Donnie. We can get on to something else.
I'm never gonna not be triggered by Donald Trump.
Before, yeah, well, yeah, I guess you got four. Yeah, I guess so.
I'm
Hey,
not gonna.
Ken, thank you, man. Good having you, man. Appreciate you. Welcome back, my brother. I know you've been busy, but thank you for seeing you. Hey, y'all, we are out. Make sure y'all, hey, Kent, here's the dope outro. You don't want to miss this dope outro. You don't want to miss this Jizzle Eat outro. Fanny's